Hi, today we're going to demonstrate how to properly collar and stake a tree that's newly planted. First thing you're going to do after the tree is planted is get your collar. And your collar has a set of clamps that you use to run a stake through, which I'll show you in a little while. Essentially though, you have to split this collar. So you take a pair of pruners, and on the opposite side from these little ringlets, you put your pruners in and you slit the collar from one end to the other so that it's open. After you've done that, you're ready to put the collar on the tree. One other thing that you want to do is you want to check the height of these two little plastic ties, and you want the one that is closest to the top to be toward the top. Next, you take the collar and you slip it over the trunk like so. Then you take a piece of tying twine or some other suitable tying material, and you slip it through this little and then you want to restrict the collar on the tree, and you do that with the tying twine. You pull it as tight as you can, and then you tie it. You want to double it so it won't come apart. And you put one of those top and bottom. Again, you slip it through, double it around, pull the collar tight, tie it. Okay, the collar is properly on the tree. The reason you do this and restrict it is so that in time, as this plastic biodegrades and this sisal biodegrades, the collar will remain restricted on that trunk and protected from deer for an extended period of time. The last thing you do is then take a stake and slip it through the ties, the plastic ties, top and bottom. Push it in the ground to start it, and take your hammer and drive it in. This does two things. Number one, when the sisal fails, the stake will hold this piece of plastic, this collar, around the tree in case the wind gets a hold of it or something. Number two, depending on the size of the tree, the stake helps to keep the tree upright. Okay, now that this collar is slit, I'm going to tie it on here with a piece of sisal. And this twine is ideal if you slip it through the plastic zip tie and then bring it around and then tie it. Of course, the reason you do that is so that over time the sisal that you tied with can't slide down the collar. The wind could shift it, and then it could let the collar come off. So that's the top, and I'll do the same on the bottom. Again, the little zip tie is up. The sisal goes through the zip tie so it can't slide down. And then you bring it around. And you tie it.